Hey everyone, Giancarlo Veronini here at GDC 2011. I'm joined by Dax Ginn of Rocksteady Studios, and we're here to check out Batman Arkham City. Now, Dax, what did we get to take a look at today?
Today we're taking a look at the first chapter of Batman Arkham City. This is a huge new development project for Rocksteady Studios. We've taken the action out of Arkham Asylum. This time we're going to the streets of Gotham City. So the whole place is overrun by criminals and thugs on the streets of Gotham. So for us it's a big new game world, it's a big new project. I think people are going to be really excited about what they're seeing.
In terms of bringing Batman into this new kind of bigger open world, what sort of changes did Rocksteady have to do to his abilities? What sorts of changes to his gadgets and things like that that the team have to make?
It changed everything. The experience that we created in Arkham Asylum was very intense, very atmospheric, but pretty internal. It was hallways, it was corridors, it was rooms. Going out on the streets of Gotham really fundamentally shifts everything for Batman. So his navigation, you can obviously see moving around an interior versus gliding between buildings within Gotham. We had to overhaul every aspect of his movement. That affects his gadgetry, his combat, storytelling. We really put everything on the table and had to ask ourselves right from the beginning, does any of this make sense anymore? Some of it was ripe for evolution into Arkham City, and some things we just have to build from scratch all over.
And in terms of when players do go explore, what sort of the ways they can get around if they want to get around Arkham City?
The focus for us was making Batman, the Caped Crusader, the navigation system that he has built into him, just with his cape and with his pace. That gave us a load of potential for just awesome navigational gameplay. So the game world is big and open and sprawling, and the priority for us was just to make sure we give players that kind of experience of running off a rooftop, powering down to the street, using a power dive, gaining momentum, picking that up into a glide, and then carving between buildings within Gotham. That feeling is just totally awesome. We think people are really just going to get off on just moving around the game world and put a load of work into it, and I think it's really, really sweet.
And obviously, combat in Arkham Asylum was very, very fluid. You guys are looking to do the same thing with this, but are you adding any sort of new kind of features, anything that Batman can do this time around that he couldn't do in Arkham Asylum?
Yeah, a load. You're right, combat in Arkham Asylum I think was one of the things we absolutely nailed, and as a system for brawling, taking that out onto the streets of Gotham, it just fits perfectly. We're really ramping up the number of thugs that you can take on at any one time, but we're also ramping up the artificial intelligence that thugs have coming at you, so they can launch simultaneous double or triple attacks. They can come at you with weapons. So on the flip side of that, we've integrated Batman's gadgetry into combat, so you can use your Batclaw or explosive gel during combat to kind of level out the playing field. So even though they're coming at you with more moves, we've given Batman twice the number of combat moves so that he can survive on the streets of Arkham City.
It seems like with Arkham City too that you're bringing the bosses a little bit closer in terms of being able to interact with them, and that also applies to the Riddler as well, right?
Yeah, our attitude towards all of the villains within Arkham City is to really think about what they would do in a place like this. So, for us, a boss fight with someone like Riddler is not about this sort of beefy combat confrontation. It's about the intellectual battleground that Batman and Riddler face off on. Gamers can expect that experience to really shift depending on the villains that Batman's facing at any particular time.
So what are we looking at in terms of platforms and release dates?
Batman Arkham City coming out this fall on PC, PS3 and Xbox 360.
Awesome, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned at GameSpot.com for more on Batman Arkham City.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.
Yeah, our attitude towards all of the villains within Arkham City is to really think about what they would do in a place like this. For us, a boss fight is not about this sort of beefy combat confrontation. It's about the intellectual battleground. Gamers can expect that experience to really shift depending on the villains that Batman's facing at any particular time.